The rain kissed the city awake that morning, soft and unassuming. No thunder, no warning. Just a gentle drizzle descending from the overcast sky, like a lover's touch after a long absence. The city, still caught in its slumber, stretched and stirred beneath the soft rhythm of falling droplets. On the old windowsill of a small third-floor apartment, a single raindrop clung to the edge of the glass, trembling slightly with the wind. It held within it a tiny, upside-down world, the faded buildings, the swaying trees, the cloudy sky. Then, with a silent surrender, it let go and fell, joining the rhythm of the thousands of others below. That single drop merged with puddles, with rushing gutters, with tiny rivers that danced down the streets. Inside, Meera stood barefoot near the window, holding a warm cup of tea in her hands. Her fingers curled tightly around the mug, not just for warmth, but for comfort. The scent of cardamom and ginger rose with the steam, but her eyes weren't on her tea. They followed the trail of the drop that had fallen, her mind trailing even further. Raindrops always made her nostalgic. They carried whispers from another time. From laughter echoing in a narrow hallway, from umbrellas sharing walks, from stolen glances beneath grey skies. It was in the rain she had first met Arjun, 7 years ago, completely drenched and completely unprepared for the way he'd look at her. Eyes that laughed before his lips did. She remembered how he had offered his umbrella with a sheepish grin and how she had refused, claiming to love the rain. He had laughed and said, "Then I'll walk beside you and learn to love it too." The corners of her lips turned upward at the memory. The patter on the roof above her head was steady now, like a lullaby, soothing, tender. The kind of music that didn't demand to be heard but was felt deep within the chest. Meera walked to her balcony and looked out. The street below was a patchwork of reflections, tail lights, street lamps, the yellow of taxis and the green of tree leaves slick with water. People moved swiftly under umbrellas, some with plastic bags over their heads, others drenched but smiling. Children stomped in puddles, their laughter piercing through the rain's steady hum. A paper boat floated by in the gutter, dancing over pebbles and twigs, determined not to sink. She remembered making those boats with her brother when they were young, racing them down the roadside, pretending they were ships on wild adventures. Funny how something as simple as rain could flood her with such vivid memories. The door behind her creaked slightly as her cat, Biscuit, rubbed against her ankle. He meowed softly, almost as if he too wanted to listen to the rain, to share in the quiet magic of the moment. She scooped him up and rested her chin on his head. "You remember Arjun, don't you?" she whispered. Biscuit purred, and she imagined he did. Outside, the rain intensified, not in anger, but in purpose. Like it had something to say. The streets seemed to shimmer under the downpour, the city shedding layers of dust, grime, and perhaps, sorrow. There was a cleansing in the rain, an unspoken promise that after the chaos, there would be calm. She had cried in the rain once. Not long after Arjun had left for the other side of the world, another country, another dream. The goodbye had been gentle, respectful, but final. He had to leave, and she had to stay. There was no blame, only sadness. That evening, she had walked aimlessly through the park, letting the rain mix with her tears, grateful that the sky cried with her. Since then, every rain reminded her of him, not with pain, but with quiet gratitude for what they'd shared. Now, as she watched the droplets trickle down the leaves and glide along the banister of her balcony, she no longer felt the ache. There was only peace. She closed her eyes and let the sound of the rain surround her. Each drop a tiny drumbeat on the city's skin, each splash a note in the symphony of renewal. The honk of a distant car, the occasional barking of a dog, the creak of swaying trees, they all became instruments in the orchestra. The city breathed beneath it all, slower, softer, freer. And within her, something shifted. Like the drop on the windowsill, some part of her let go. Not of the past, no, but of the weight she'd attached to it. The what-ifs, the should-haves, and if-onlys, washed away with the rain. She opened her eyes and looked at the sky. The clouds were beginning to part, slightly, hesitantly. A hint of golden light peeked through, turning the grey sky into a canvas of silver and gold. The rain slowed, the rhythm softened into a hush, like the final page of a book being turned. Mira placed her cup on the railing and leaned forward, inhaling deeply. The scent of wet earth, petrichor, rose to greet her. A scent that promised new beginnings. Behind her, the wind chime near the door tinkled gently, adding a note of playfulness to the air. Somewhere down the street, a group of boys whistled at the clearing sky and ran barefoot into the receding puddles, kicking up water and laughter. And she smiled, not the half smile she'd worn for months, but a real one. One that reached her eyes. Because the rain hadn't just kissed the city awake, it had awakened something in her too. A knowing that life's beauty isn't always in grand events or perfect endings. It's in fleeting moments, the soft lull of a rainy morning, the warmth of a cup of tea, the memory of a shared umbrella, the dance of a paper boat. As the last few drops fell from the eaves, she turned back inside. She didn't know when the next rain would come, but she knew its rhythm would return. Thank you for taking the time to read my story. Your support means a lot to me. If you enjoyed it, I'd truly appreciate it if you could like, share, and subscribe to help spread the word. Every share helps bring more stories to life. Stay tuned for more, and thank you for being a part of this journey.